What's up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health, fitness, and social well-being. We're 7 days out, 1 week out from competing on the platform USAPL Raw Nationals 2019. Final SBD day of the prep. I ain't got time for jokes today, man. It's serious stuff. No, I'm just playing with y'all. Nah, but real talk, I'm so excited. Super lit, man. Like, everything is exactly as it should be, man. Today, like I said, it's the final SBD session of the prep. Today, we're going to be working up to a single at RP 7 to 7.5 on squats and deadlifts, and then RP 8 to 8.5 on bench press. Right now, I'm currently about to start my mobility work, just waiting for Michael and Neil to show up. For those of you who aren't aware, Neil is the owner of Levels, a company that both Michael and I are sponsored by, so it's going to be fun. It'll be our first time, all three of us working out together. He wanted to get it in with Michael and I, on our final SBD session before we go off to kill it at Raw Nats. And yeah, like I said, guys, everything's exactly as it should be. I woke up at 164.8 pounds this morning, which is perfect. So those of you who've been keeping up with the channel, kind of on past meet preps, know that every meet except for my last meet, I've always walked around at or under the weight class. So I've never had to worry about water manipulation, food manipulation, nothing like that. At my last meet, though, because I was consistently eating in a surplus during pretty much the whole prep, or most of the prep, I was walking around closer to 167, 168. So what I did was about 4 weeks out, I just down my calories down a little bit from around 3,600 calories to 3,200 calories. So still eating well over 3,000 calories. Wasn't hungry, wasn't starving. Performance didn't get hit too bad. But in doing that, I definitely felt a little bit of a difference with just being lighter on meet day, and that definitely played a role in how I performed. So this time around, I already told myself that I was going to do whatever water manipulation I needed to, so I could technically stay at the weight I needed to, make weigh-ins, and then just refuel and get back to my walking around weight. The good thing is, similar to last time, on the weekends I've been walking around 166, 167, but since we're competing on Wednesday, I've been weighing in lighter in the middle of the week. I've been weighing anywhere from as light as 163 to not much heavier than 165. Like I said, I was 164.8 this morning. So I'm in a really good spot because I don't think I'm gonna have to even really do any water manipulation. It's literally just gonna be very light food manipulation. So about 2 to 3 days before the meet, just make sure I'm still getting in the same amount of calories, but having it be something that's not gonna sit on my stomach, so a bunch of liquid calories. And then the day before the meet, I'm just gonna cut off all food and water about 12 to 16 hours before I weigh in. So still gonna get the same amount of calories and the same amount of water I usually get in, but I'm just gonna get it all in earlier, so that way I'll be good to go on weigh in. So should be a very smooth transition. But yeah, man, today is it's not even a hard day. Like I said, really last SBD day was the last quote-unquote hard day. Even though I was working up to lighter singles, it was 5x5 back down sets for all the highest volume work. Today is literally just gonna be some easy back down triples based upon my top set. So yeah, about to get this mobility work. Hope Michael and Neil show up soon. Let's get right to it. Yeah, so we're about to have an excellent squat day. When the bar is moving like that, and a lot of you might be thinking, oh, it's just the bar, it's only 45 pounds, it's supposed to move well. But keep in mind, because it's so light, it's usually harder to get into position. Plus, getting into position gets easier as I acclimate and the weight gets heavier. So if I'm able to move like that and get in position, hit depth so easily like that with the bar, it's about to be a good squat day.
That's smart. Oh yeah.
Now his body doesn't just explode.
I don't even want to ask. He is what he is. Okay. Okay.
Dude, make this shit fly.
Come on. Yep. Tight. Good. There it is.
Squat.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Right.
Kick out, baby. Oh, yeah. Come on.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
sir. Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Here for.
Yes, sir. Come on. Yeah.
Told you, bro. This man was worried about it.
And he said, are you guys sure?
He was worried about it.
You have to scale back a little bit.
More than I started levels, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, the reason why I didn't feel bad about targeting that high was simply just.
Yes, sir.
Before you quit, get at 500. You know.
Yes, sir. Come on, wedge. There we go. Let's go. Finish it. Yes, sir. Now. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Alright guys, so pulls went well. They went exactly as they always do when we got from a meet. Keep in mind, like I said, this past week was the highest volume week, so fatigue is the highest on today out of any primary day that I've done. And after the day, really starting the day, because it's a big taper, right? Like I said, last week I was doing 5 back down sets of 5. Today it's like easy back down sets of 3. Even though it's heavier weights, just less volume, less overall fatigue, and that taper is just going to continue as we get closer to the meet until it's time for game day. So I don't expect pulls to feel or move quite as well as what they do when I'm a little bit fresher, like last week, but that's okay because they always show up big on meet day, so that was perfect. So now, man, honestly, like, I ain't going to buy a bunch of warm-ups, man. Let's get this bench top set, show you guys that, show the back down work, and I'll talk to you guys when I'm done.
Start. Press. Right.
Oh, man.
That was perfect.
So we're back at the crib, and I did not realize until the end of the session that today I hit all my current comp best, the best I've ever hit at a meet for each lift, at sub RPE 9. 7.5 for today's squats and deads, and then 8.5 for today's bench. And it's crazy, despite the fact that I've hit more than that during this prep, right? Like I hit 358 on bench, I've hit 573 on deadlift, and I've hit 490 on squat. To hit my previous comp best at sub RP 9, 1 week out, under the most fatigue that I'll be under for the entire prep, right before the taper, is like, it's crazy. Like, bro, those of you who've been with the channel, at the very least since June, y'all already know what's up if you kept up with my last meet prep, but let me just show you guys the comparison of all 3 lists. I'm going to show you guys like today, 1 week out from this upcoming meet at Nationals, and then show you all of my lifts 1 week out from my last meet just back in June. Like, not just the difference in weight, but the difference in speed and position on each lift. Like, y'all just check this out. So it's like out here hitting 20 pounds more on pretty much, I think, like all of the lifts, all 3 of those lifts, but faster and at lower RPs. It's like, I'll put in the work, guys. That's pretty much all I have to say. Like I'm not sitting here like about to like just boast of myself, but it's like I knew what my goals were. I put in the work, and I feel like it's all coming to fruition. I'm very, very excited for this upcoming nationals. This is the most prepared I've ever felt this far out from a meet, and I felt pretty freaking good, you know, 1 week out from my last meet in June. But this time around, man, just like everything, the strength, the speed, the positioning, all these little things I've done to, like, you know, just try to improve as much as possible in the short time period I've really had. Because like I said, like 16 weeks or however long it's been since my meet in June, really, like, it's really not that much time. It's not even like a real full like off season. I usually like to have at least 6 months between meets. So, you know, to have to kick it in gear like this has definitely been an awesome learning experience. And bro, freaking Michael has just been killing it, man. Like, and shout out to him, because the way that I set up his entire prep and even the peaking process and like everything we were doing like immediately post Worlds, when he competed at Worlds, all of it was so different from what he had been doing before under his previous coach, and then even stuff he had tried himself. And even though, like, you know, there's that kind of natural hesitancy, and, you know, of course I'm, you know, having me explain the why behind everything, which, fun tip, guys, if your coach can't explain why he or she's having you do something, then you might want to consider doing it. But you know, despite that, he's trusted the process, and the dude is like just blown up, man. Every little changes we made to his technique, everything as far as the programming, just everything, man. I'm more excited to see him kill it at prime time than I honestly am to compete myself. And then Neil came through today, man, and killed 600. He was feeling kind of hesitant on his warm-ups. Gave him a couple of cues to just help him to, like, you know, focus on, if you guys saw a couple videos ago, like that tip for sumo, like once you get in position, just stay tight, ramp the tension, press on the ground, don't quit. And he smoked 605 pounds, man. So like today was an awesome day. Great final SBD session of the prep. At this point, man, there's really nothing left to do. It's like, you know, obviously still got to go in, get these last 4 sessions, but it's all taper work, man. It's just going in, executing, being true, doing the easy back down work, and that's it, man. This has been an amazing prep, and I appreciate all of you who've been, you know, taking the time to stick with it. I know, like you guys already know, when I'm in my off season, there's a lot more variety in terms of like how my videos are. I'm, you know, doing like workout videos, informative videos that are just where I sit down and talk to the camera and, you know, just cover different things. But obviously when I'm in meet prep mode, it's a little bit more focused on that. Still trying to make it as informative for you guys as possible, but I just appreciate you guys who, you know, you're not just invested in the content and information that I give out to help you guys, but you're invested in, you know, my progress. It means the world to me. But yeah, that's all I got to say, man. That's it for this video. Next time you guys see me, we will be in Chicago, Lumbar. It's technically Lumbar, but whatever. We'll be in Chicago. Yeah, I look forward to seeing what I'm going to put up. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go to the comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you're not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch you guys later.